We are going to get into this, but first, a timeline. I created this outline for another series that I did into the media and allegations surrounding Prince William, Kate Middleton, and Rose Hanbury in 2019. Continuing to the second page because I just added something today. October 2019, Meghan Markle announces she is suing Associated Newspapers that owns the Daily Mail for publishing a private letter she sent to her father. Harry mentions the lawsuit in his book Spare. This is after Harry and Meghan have left the UK and he has returned for his grandfather's funeral. He's having a conversation with his father and brother. Quote, then one of them brought up the press. They asked about my hacking lawsuit. They still hadn't asked about Meg, but they were keen to know how my lawsuit was going because that directly affected them. Still ongoing. Suicide mission, Pa mumbled. Maybe, but it's worth it. If the allegations made by Harry's legal team are correct, then Prince William would have already made a deal with Rupert Murdoch's firm before this conversation happened. So this lawsuit would be of concern if he is trying to play a different game with the press. According to new court documents, Rupert Murdoch and Prince William quietly settled over phone hacking claims. Allegedly, Prince William was paid a large sum of money. Quote, Harry told the court his attempts to seek an apology from Murdoch's company over phone hacking were carried out with the approval of his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II. Harry claims there was a secret agreement made between the royal family and senior executives at Murdoch's company sometime before 2012. Recall, pre-2012, we have Rebecca Brooks and several others that worked at News of the World and The Sun arrested for charges of conspiring to phone hack. 2012, we have the Levinson inquiry that's looking into these practices. News of the World has already closed as a result. One can imagine Rupert Murdoch not wanting the bloodshed that would come if the royal family came after him. And according to Harry, the royal family not wanting to potentially have a member sit in a witness box and recall sensitive and personal details from voicemails that were intercepted by Clive Goodman. He was a former News of the World reporter. According to Harry, the British royal family did not want a repeat of the tampon tapes. Also, according to court documents, Prince Harry tried to receive an apology in 2017. Allegedly, meetings were arranged involving Rebecca Brooks. Prince Harry says News UK failed to uphold their part of the agreement. Harry's claim is that the hacking that went on at The Sun and the News of the World was widespread and affected him most of his life. News UK is claiming that he waited too long. Maybe promising an apology at a later date was a way of buying time, so they could make this claim if he ever took them to court. I'm going to do a part 2 where I finish up my thoughts and we return to Prince William. Let's return to our timeline. Presumably, if Prince William and Rupert Murdoch's media company reached an agreement in 2020, they probably had been in talks for a while. I'm assuming for at least some of 2019. And I don't know if there is definitively any there, but I keep coming back to the article published on March 22nd, 2019 in The Sun by none other than Dan Wooten. It's been scrubbed from the internet, but the Wayback Machine is forever. To be clear, this article by Dan Wooten is about an alleged rift between Rose Hanbury and Kate Middleton. And I guess it sticks out to me because Dan Wooten basically just writes fan fiction love letters to Prince William in the Daily Mail now. But there was a time where he wrote this, and then it was scrubbed. I need to look into this man at some point. Recall, The Sun is owned by Rupert Murdoch. And it makes me wonder if any part of this alleged deal between Rupert Murdoch's media company and Prince William had to do with what they were publishing and what perhaps he and his team did not want speculation on. But this is an agreement that would benefit both sides. Both sides have their reasons not to want to go to court over this. Not for nothing, it does call into question the whole never complain, never explain motto. If these allegations are true, it does continue this every man for himself mentality that we've seen from the British royal family in regards to the media. If someone else is down, then you are up. And Prince Harry deciding not to play the game, to actually pursue litigation, would throw that into a bit of a tailspin. Again, there seems to be a double standard between how Prince William was treated by the media and protected, and how Prince Harry was. I understand one is the heir and one is the spare, but it does not make it right. It does not make it okay. To close this out, I'm reminded of a clip from the BBC documentary, The Princes and the Press.
One prince is choosing to play the game with Britain's media.
Editors from various newspapers have been invited in to meet him.
The other has tried to change the rules of that game. He will
turn away from cameras, to deny them a shot, scowl at journalists.
It's a struggle between two powerful forces in our national story.